No, I'm just gonna hit the mute button. That's all. Yep. All right.
Hey, welcome aboard. You're on the Swivel at the Sportsbar. Welcome aboard, Andre. How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going, Rich?
All right, man. Just hanging in there, man. You know.
Right.
So listen, I got a full deck today, so we're gonna just go through it.
Mhm.
Just chop it up, man. No pressure, man. You know, just like usual. Just talking, just freelancing. You know.
Yeah.
But just freelancing. That's all we got to do.
Mhm.
Let me see. Let me see. The first thing I want to talk about, which is something I just saw, which I thought was interesting. The NBA divorce rate is at 90%.
Oh, really?
90%.
Where'd you see that?
Especially after these guys retire.
Really?
Yes. They did a study. Actually, they have a class in the NBA telling these guys not to get married. And I'm just 90%.
Man,
So
where's that? I mean, where'd you find that article at, man? I wonder.
Just stay tuned. I'm gonna hit
Okay.
something and show you what I'm talking about.
Man.
I'm gonna bring it up.
I wonder how that compares to the
Oh no,
just
and
the normal rate, you know.
Oh, what else? What am I going? Something going wrong here?
Because the last I heard, I haven't I can't confirm it. But the last I heard, it was, you know, they said that the divorce rate is around 50%. You know, for
you mean the regular population?
Yes.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about the regular population.
Right.
All right. So do I still have you, right? You still see yourself, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So here we go, man.
The NBA divorce rate is higher than any other group.
That same year you got married, right? Mad young, 21.
Facts.
Way too young to get married.
Way too young to be getting married.
Is it because the NBA wants married players because there's a family audience and that type of thing?
No, it's because dudes is dumb and no one advocates for the athlete. They look at the athlete like, oh, y'all the ones with the money, and no one advocates for the athlete. The athlete can't even say nothing. I'm like,
But why is the NBA divorce rate specifically higher? And not just higher than the general public, but higher than other professional sports, to the point to where the NBA might as well just put the IG models on payroll. In other professional sports, the divorce ranges between 60 to 80%, which is extremely high. So it's hard to believe that the NBA divorce rate is even higher than that. And I'm going to explain later why it's expected to get even higher. We can't answer these questions without addressing the elephant in the room: race. And not just the race of the athletes, but the race of the women that they marry. And that data wasn't easy to find because it didn't exist until now. We know 71% of NBA players are Black, and that goes up to 80% if you include the players that are mixed race. Of those among them that are married, I found in my research that the majority of them, to the tune of 67%, are married to Black or Blackish women. It was a racially ambiguous bunch. I mean, the percentage of dark-skinned NBA wives is lower than Ben Simmons' three-point percentage. And when you look at other professional sports leagues, you can see a difference immediately in the amount of players that are Black. Now, it looks like they accidentally put some league from the Make-A-Wish Foundation up there, so ignore that. Pay attention to the fact that the NBA is the largest collection of Black male millionaires, and it also happens to be a wealth extraction mill.
yeah. So if people want to know where's the wealth in the basketball, it's in the divorce.
Right, the ex-wives.
Yeah, giving up the pension and all that stuff. I'm like, bro.
Oh yeah, Larsa Pippen, she got Scotty's pension. That was wild.
The NBA need to do something about that. And I actually was on the phone with them 2 weeks about this issue, and they said they was trying to come up with something to protect the players, because it's the players though. It's the players. Like dudes got to understand that pretty girl that's on the side of you right now in that nice house, her energy will shift.
Now, we're about to get to the astronomically high divorce rate of NBA players, but it's worth pointing out that even in the NFL, that 1 out of 3 of them will get divorced within 12 months after they retire. Think about it. Joe Smith was humiliated by his second wife because his first wife divorced him and ran off with everything literally after he played his last game in the NBA.
Yes, y'all all leaving. Y'all all stay the whole career because y'all don't want another chick sitting there. And then y'all bouncing. That's
Oh yeah, no, I interviewed Joe Smith.
I'm gonna leave it there, man. So you dig it? Yeah, you can go. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. So that's enough. It's a 6-minute clip. I don't want to take all of it, but can you? It's, I didn't think about it that way, but these guys are being divorced and the women are finessing them big time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have to stay. Why do I have to stay when I could take half your shit after a certain period of time?
Yeah.
Or more than half, So everybody's waiting for Ayesha Curry to go ahead and take Steph to the cleaners. Everybody's waiting for her to do it. I mean, she's the one talking that I'm not getting attention. I want some, extraneous peen and all that other shit, man. So you got anything to say on that guy, man?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard. I mean, I have heard some stuff from her in the past. I haven't heard anything lately about her being unhappy. I know, like in the past, she went through some things, but I haven't heard anything lately. So I don't know.
So Trey, here's the deal: the women don't have to be unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to be unhappy. They don't even have to dislike you. They can say, "Listen, I can get all this money. I might even still love you, but shit, why do I need you if I can just take half your shit and go?" Think about it. Why would I even have to put up with your nasty drawers and shit when I could take your money and get custody of your kids and go? That's what the law says. Right? You know all too well how unfair the law is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so think about it. Multiply that by millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, man. Anyway, let's get off of that that very sad situation that men are being finessed at every level. At every single level, women are finessing men. Anyhow, okay. So the NBA confirmed that Tristan Thompson, who's at the end of his career, I mean, he's 32, but he stopped being a force years ago. But he's still making a lot of money in the NBA.
Right.
He tests positive for drugs. So he's on a 25-game suspension.
Yeah, some kind of performance-enhancing drug. I mean, wow. I guess he's trying to maybe
prolong his career.
Yeah, trying to prolong his career by using this whatever that stuff is. I'm not familiar with those. With that.
Well, I didn't put that up there for you to be familiar. But guess why? You know why? Because he probably got 10 kids out there. We don't know about him, but he probably got kids everywhere, and they're sucking him dry. So he wants to prolong his career as long as he can, so the money could keep coming in. And even though he can't command the big dollars he used to, but he ain't going to be playing for less than $2 or $3 million a year.
I think like the day on Gil's Arena, I think they were talking about it, and I think Gil said something about he thinks he's doing it because like you said, he's trying to prolong his career because of child support.
There you go. I didn't even hear that. I didn't even hear it. You know what I'm saying, brother?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. You know, and we only know about Chloe, and we know about his first chick. Well, we don't know about all the chicks we don't know about that he got kids out there.
Yeah, because I remember there was a couple more that popped up while he was with Chloe. I think one was one of his personal trainer. I think.
It could be. Yeah, I'm trying to say the point really is that that's a money drain.
Right.
It's a money drain, and when you play in sports, you know that money has only got a short life. It ain't like Nick Cannon, right? Because Nick Cannon, he's paid. You know how much money he pays in child support every year?
No.
Over $3 million.
Wow.
A year for all his kids. Now the only one is questionable is that because the singer is not a baby mama, that was his wife. But the rest of those hyenas, I mean, they all, So all I'm saying is, with Nick, he knows how to generate money. A lot of people don't realize this guy makes more money than a lot of people realize with the networks and shit like that. So for right now, he can do that for years, right? You can do that into your old age. So he might be able to fund all of those kids until they turn 18 or whatever the years. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Eddie Murphy. Never had a problem with how paying out all that money to all those women he had. Because he's making money even off of residuals.
Right. Well, I mean, Eddie Murphy only has 3, right? 3. I think I know that's just was the Scary Spice, and then
he has 10 children.
Yeah, his ex-wife, and then he has a couple with the new wife.
But 10 children, you got to count the kids.
Right.
It's not just the women. He got 10. Well, he's with the last white girl, but he's got 10 kids, and they're all mostly all grown except the little babies from the white girl.
Right.
Okay, Joel Embiid. Did you see this game? Hit 76 points. This is your
I didn't see the game, but I heard about it. Yeah.
Well, listen, the guy's having an MVP year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not without question. But you know what they need to do, right?
What?
To win the championship.
Oh yeah.
So he's playing well. The 76ers are playing well, but he's going to win the championship.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the current power rankings. They got the Knicks up out of there. Shit. What are they doing? What were they doing there last week anyway? So the Sixers are hot. Denver, these are the usual suspects. Boston's still in first place, but the Thunder is good. The Clippers are good. Of course, the Timberwolves are good. And, of course, we're going to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks because they fired a coach and hired Doc Rivers. So we'll get to that.
Yeah.
The power rankings is something I'm going to throw up there every week. They're going to change.
Right.
Because even where I get it from, they put how many steps they went up and how many they went down. So I'm only going to put the first, 6 or 7 up there.
Right.
So, it is what it is. I just thought it'd be something to pass the time. Any questions on this? Any thoughts?
No, I mean, I guess it's kind of like I said, it's kind of early, man. I like to see how it looks closer to the playoffs. But
exactly. So yeah, we're in those dark. See, that's why the play-in tournament was a good thing. I just think it should have been a little later so it could stretch into these dark days of the NBA somewhere into February, like end in the beginning of February. This way, because it ended like before the New Year, I think.
Right.
So I mean.
Yeah, because after the All-Star game is when the NBA really kicks in high gear, right?
Maybe that's why they had it here because the All-Star game is in February, I believe.
Yes,
right?
yeah. So that's after the All-Star game. That's normally when the NBA really starts gearing towards focusing on the playoffs.
I agree with you. And then the play-in game, and then after that, right? So
right. Yeah.
That's true. All right.
Right now, we're still all caught up in football for the most part.
Exactly. And this is the golden era, the golden age of football. The playoffs is what football is all about. So NBA don't want to mess with that.
Right. Yep.
So the Miami Heat made a trade with Charlotte Hornets.
I saw that.
Yeah, man. They get Terry Rozier. Mm-hmm. And they give away Kyle Lowry. He's an old champion. Okay, he knows his way around the court.
Right.
But he's 37 years old. And they gave him away for this young boy because Rozier's young, energetic. He's still 29. They're gonna have to pay him though.
Right.
He's scoring 23 points a game, doing some decent assists. His field goal percentage is pretty good. And Kyle Lowry's at the end of his career, right? So that's obvious.
Right.
And they get a first-round draft choice, but look at the year.
Oh, 2027, yeah.
See, now I said, why would they wait to 2027? Because, because Miami's good.
Right.
So if I think they're trying to do strategically where Miami might be bad, right? Go downhill so they can get a better selection. Because if they took the first-round draft choice the next season, shit, what is that guy? That guy, the 28th pick, 27th pick, or some shit like 26th pick, maybe in the 20s.
Right.
They want to they're gambling to say that maybe Miami have a bad year in 27, and I can get at least a top 10.
When I saw this trade, I thought that maybe the Hornets wanted to have Kyle Lowry for like a good vet for the young guys. But Candace Parker was saying last night on TNT that she thinks that they might try to use him to get bargain for somebody else. The Hornets might try to bounce him somewhere else and get. But we'll see what happens. But I think he's a good vet for the young guys. And Terry, they were saying that Terry's to be a good compliment for Jimmy Butler. To help him with the scoring and stuff. So
I hear you.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. But I think like they were saying on TNT last night, Jamal Crawford and them, they like the trade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. It's cool. Hold on for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, man. So, what else we got here? What's next? Let me get this. We'll see what's next, but I like to trade too. I think it's a smart move.
Yeah. I mean, Shaq wasn't that crazy about it, but Candace Parker and Jamal Crawford liked it. So anyway,
Milwaukee Bucks, they fire their coach. He's 30-13 because Doc Rivers. Now let me tell you, everybody loves Doc Rivers. But what has he done for me lately? God damn it. You know what I'm saying? What has he done for anybody lately? He's a great coach.
Right.
If you want to go between the 20-yard lines.
Right.
But how about scoring? I mean, maybe I should give him a little bit more credit than that. I mean, with the right team, I'm sure, of course, he could probably take you to a championship. But it's not a game. Go ahead.
Cleveland did the same thing back when they had that guy. What's his name? David Blatt. The guy from Europe. They coach. Remember they had him, and then they Tyronn Lue was the
right.
And then he took the championship. And also, I think they said the Lakers did it with who was that? Was it I forgot.
I know you're talking about the black dude with the glasses. I think, or was it the white guy that they got rid of for somebody?
You got rid of somebody, but I think Pat Riley. I think the Lakers got rid of. This is a long time ago.
Pat Riley did it with one of his coaches, so he could and then he came down to coach them to that first championship with LeBron.
Yeah,
I think, and then he installed Eric Spoelstra.
Right.
I forgot who that coach was. Oh, it was one of the Van Gundy brothers.
Oh yeah, it was what's called not Jeff, the other other Van Gundy.
Stan.
Stan Van Gundy. Yeah, Stan. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's what you was talking about, but that's another example.
No, it wasn't. But that's no example. But anyway, but definitely Cleveland did that, and they got a championship out of it. So maybe Doc's trying to hoping that because right now the Bucks are playing pretty good.
30-13. That 30-13. I mean, come on, man. If you get fired from a job when you're 30-13, man, stop. I mean, the coach is saying, well, he's getting guaranteed money, I'm sure. But he said, what else can you want me to do? So they saw something. I just think because Doc was available.
I don't know. I think it's more than that, man. I think they must have some kind of rift between him and the front office, man, because they were saying that the front office has been coming to the practices more often and getting more involved. And
the front office one. I hear you. Go ahead, finish.
And this guy hired in June. They just hired him, June of last year, and they were saying that he was having a hard time getting a head coach position anyway. He had interviewed with like 14 different teams. I think they were saying last night on TNT. So
okay. Listen, that's all propaganda. He's 30-13.
Yeah.
So no matter what you think, they're just trying to come up with some reason to say, let me justify firing this guy. Oh, he got a problem with the front office. His Johnson is too small, or whatever the hell it is. So they could justify firing him, and they could get ESPN and anybody else to go along with their narrative. We don't know if it's true. How many people get fired at 30-13? Not many.
It's rare. It's surprising, man. Everybody was shocked.
Yeah. That's the narrative, right? Because what kind of explanation are you going to give somebody to firing a winning coach?
Yeah, and Doc Rivers, he's a good coach, man, but he only has one chip, man. He got the one chip.
How many years ago was that?
Yeah. So,
so what I'm just trying to say is just the one thing we have to be careful of is that the puppet masters will try to paint a narrative that's negative against the guy they're getting rid of, especially if they don't have no real excuse.
Yeah. And could this possibly derail them? Because now 30-13, they're playing good. I mean, is Doc going to come in and try to install his system? You know what I'm saying, and change things around, or is he going to just try to go with the, with the flow?
There's no way he won't be trying to instill his own system. Let me ask you this: the only other thing that we don't know is what kind of relationship this guy had with Giannis.
Yeah.
If Giannis is behind this, then okay, I hear you.
Look, man, the players run, the star players run the teams pretty much, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Giannis had to give his okay. And I doubt the team would have gone through this and without having Giannis backing them.
Right? You know what? I agree. See, there you go. Because I agree with you. If he would have said, "What the hell are you guys doing, man?"
Yeah.
And he was upset. I think they would double. I think they would double take.
Yeah, because remember during the offseason, he was upset about having another star player, and they went out their way to get Dame Lillard, right? Because he was threatening to leave. Right?
Well,
remember that?
I can also tell you that Dame is also having a decent year too.
Right.
He's having a pretty decent.
Giannis wanted another person with them to help him win the championship, man. So
there you go.
So
and this is coming from a guy with a ring already. He's hungry. He's hungry. Yeah. Anyway, I got the next thing I have for you is just the injury report. I want to just throw that up a little bit. But we don't have to go through that. Anyway, there's an injury report that goes through team by team.
Right.
We don't have to go through that. Team by team, who's hurt on each team. There's no real notable names. I was going to click the link, but I don't want to waste the time.
Okay.
Unless you're interested in seeing anybody.
No, not really, man. Because no.
Yeah. So anyway, there's an injury report that comes out every week, but maybe I don't know how often it comes out. So I just pulled it. Maybe one day, if there's some real notable names, I'll pull it up and we could talk about it. We don't necessarily need to stop the flow on that.
But I mean, I think definitely around playoff time, there's definitely something to look at.
That's going to be important.
Yeah.
But this one, I do want to check out for a second, so we can see how much money these guys are getting paid. Hold on for a second.
All right.
Now this is the one about the salaries, man. So we could just chop it up a little bit. Where the hell is it at? Boss. I thought where was it at? I can't find it. It was where was the salary? Shit, man. I usually have it usually right here. So maybe it went out somehow. Oh, there it is. I'm going crazy, Dre. Bear with me.
No problem.
Man, where's it at, baby? Okay, there you go. Okay. Oh no, that's not the bomb, man. It changed. All right, forget about the salaries. I thought I had it right in front of me. But no, it's not there. I must have clicked it off or some stupid thing.
Oh.
That's too bad.
No
Anyway, it's no big deal. No real big deal. Anyway, man, Steph Curry's at the top of the daggone list.
Okay.
Of course,
Right.
Steph Curry making all kinds of crazy money.
Right.
And he's at 51 million. And there's a whole bunch of guys in the $40 million range. It's a whole bunch of guys. Oh, here you go, Hank. There you go. What's going on, Hank? How you doing, man?
I was wondering if you ever gonna pull me up. Are you still mad at me?
Listen, man. I sent that link out a long time ago, man. You was there for a couple of seconds. If I wasn't looking for this damn link, it would have been all right. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, brother. I didn't know All Pain talks about sports, man.
Oh man, listen,
I know you got it in your name, but I ain't never heard you talk about sports.
Oh my God, listen. You know what? Hey, this is a guy I work with, Andre, that's on here. Hank is one of the OGs on the internet, right? You don't know how much abuse these guys give me, man.
Oh,
I swear, man. No matter where I go, man, I get abuse from these guys all the time, man.
let me get my violin out.
If
Let me
life
get my violin out, Pain.
Say what?
Let me get my violin out.
Hey, if age didn't give you this thick skin, I'd be a puppy dog in the corner in the fetal position. Anyway, hey man, welcome aboard, man. So I'm just going through some NBA before we get to the hot stuff in the NFL, of course.
Okay.
So one of these charts, I always do a comparison, right? So I threw up Joel Embiid against my man, the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, how many at their age they've been. Embiid has been in 8 years, the Joker 9 years. The team record, you can see that there. It's not the Cavaliers and the Suns. I didn't change that, for example. It's supposed to be, goddamn it, the Philadelphia 76ers and the Nuggets. So that's my one mistake. And the games played, the minutes, and the scoring. Of course, Embiid is required to score more. And he has more rebounds. But remember now, I guess the Joker has 2 MVPs under his belt, doesn't he? And a championship.
Yeah.
So
Embiid,
So Embiid is trying to catch up, man. I'm pissed I didn't change those damn names. So what do you say, Hank? What do you think? I spotlight a couple of players almost every time.
I don't think the Joker get 2. Does he got 2 MVPs or just 1?
I know he got 1. I thought he got.
I don't think he won the back-to-back because I thought Embiid ended up winning.
Well, no, I think didn't they want him to get 3 in a row? Wasn't that what they were trying to do? I don't know.
I think Embiid took the third one away from him. I think they were trying to give him 3 in a row, but I'm not sure. I could check on that.
Yeah. I thought they were trying to not give him 3 in a row. That's why they gave it to Embiid. But
it could be the case. That could be the case, man.
Yeah.
But I seen your boy Embiid score like 70 points. Was it yesterday? Yesterday?
Yesterday. Yep.
I mean, I guess you got to do what you got to do. Him and Max are the only 2 good players on the squad, ain't it? I mean,
yeah. They need some players, man. But them, the Joker has 2, but he didn't get the third one that year. The third one, he got the championship, so he got 2.
Right.
MVPs.
Right. Yeah. So they were saying they gave it to Embiid to not give it to Joker for 3 in a row. Yeah. The third time, whatever.
Yeah, Embiid's a good time. They need to win the championship, but you're right. If it's just him and Maxey. I'm trying to think who the third guy is on that team.
Look, Embiid need to make it to the conference finals. That's what Embiid need to do.
Yeah.
But they got a shot this year. Hey, what you did miss though, Hank? What do you think about them firing the Bucks coach to bring in Doc Rivers?
I don't understand that, man. I mean, is it one of those things where another inappropriate relationship going on? I don't know what happened. I mean, I think they was they 30 and 12?
They were 30 and 13. 30 and 13.
They had the second best record in the league?
Yeah.
I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that move at all, man. Like you said, I was listening to earlier. I don't know why people keep on using Doc Rivers, old retread, man. I mean, he won one title, and everybody wants to give him a shot.
Exactly. Now I said he's good between the 20s, but what about bringing it home? Jesus, so
he's good during the regular season. That's about it.
Exactly. So hey, listen, I the only other thing I did say to Andre was maybe Giannis had a problem with him. That's the only thing I can see, because somehow Giannis would have to co-sign that firing, or at least weigh in on it.
And I wonder why Mark Jackson hasn't gotten any jobs lately. You know
why? You know why Mark Jackson hasn't got a job?
Why not?
He said something about the alphabets, man. He ain't getting a job.
Okay. I mean, all these years, that's a while ago, wasn't it? That was a while ago.
The alphabet community is unforgiving.
Okay. Anyway.
I mean, that's my opinion. It don't have to be right, but I think that's why.
I guess I better stop taking shots before they come get my black ass.
Yeah, but I want to say that you got to be in the mix at that level.
Oh, okay. So in other words, Payne said I ain't big enough. I got you. Go to hell. Go to hell, Payne.
Well, anyway, listen, man. This is the regular. I mean, if you just want to see the standing, this is how it is as of today. Look at it. You got the Bucks right in second place, right there.
Right.
And the Celtics are hanging on for dear life. I mean, I've seen them give away games they didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
The 76ers are doing pretty well. Even the Cavaliers are doing well this year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So it's really. Go ahead, say what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
The Knicks aren't doing too bad too. But yeah.
Yeah, when I look at the standings though, and you guys can tell me, I really look at who's 7 to 10, right? Because that's really who's gonna get those last 2 spots. And sometimes it depends on what the team is. Like for example, if Golden State got their shit together and they got into the playing games and they got one of those spots, they're going to be dangerous for anybody, even if they're in the first round. Even if they're the first team, the first place, right? So there's some teams if they get on a momentum swing and they get into the playoffs, they're just dangerous no matter what their position is.
Yeah.
So that's one thing about the NBA. I'll give them that. I think hockey's better, but nobody talks about hockey.
Yeah, I didn't know we black folks even talk about hockey.
Yeah, but in hockey, man, I think there's eight teams all over the place that won championships.
Mm.
So it's just getting in the playoffs for them.
Hey, Payne, give me a second. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. All right. Anyway, so now we're going to go transition to football. So remember, did you hear the lady, some unknown chick named Mons Bonaros?
Mm-hmm.
So she's like a woman they gave the mic to talk about sports. Nobody ever heard about her. But she was very derogatory about Lamar Jackson. He said, I don't care what he does. He's not a good quarterback. He's a good athlete, a great athlete, but he's not quarterbacky. That's why I put that in quotes. And man, she got ragged, man. She got ragged. And so they made somebody came out with a post with both of these guys going to play each other. Because they did something about Mahomes the same way.
Right.
There's a couple of people, and they said, well, this is an AFC championship, is really quarterbacky for both of them. So they keep still having these people coming out. That's why Lamar has to win the championship. He's got to be Kansas City. They got to be Kansas City. And there's some people thinking they're going to blow their ass out.
Who, Kansas City?
Yeah, they think that the Ravens are going to blow Kansas City out.
I mean, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City win. But I'm not rooting for. I'm not not a fan of either team.
No. Of course, Kansas City can win the game. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the stars have aligned. That even though Kansas City's good, we've seen them winning, but we've seen their weaknesses in almost every game.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the Ravens are playing right now, there's some people thinking that they're going to take Kansas City and ring them a new one, just like they did Miami and just like they did San Francisco.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody thought, matter of fact, they were underdog in that San Francisco game. Because they went all the way into, I think they were in San Francisco, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You mean, during the season, you mean?
Yeah, during the season.
Yeah.
That was a big game. That was one of the biggest games of the year when people were like, had that, a pin in the thing, okay? Because they both were doing great. They both were number one in the conference. Mm-hmm. And they both ended up number one, but it was like a showdown.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but anyhow, I'm just saying, me, I'm biased, man. I just think Lamar Jackson has to win.
Mm-hmm.
He has to win to put this whole black quarterback thing to bed.
Well, he does. He does. I agree with that. He does have to win. He does have to win. Yeah, for that. Yep.
It's not just for him. You know what I mean, right? It's not just for him.
Right.
He needs to win for his own validation. But I think he needs to win because I don't think in the modern era, a guy who's black has gotten more hate than Lamar Jackson. Even from the old days.
Well, what's your upper line about, Payne?
I'm talking about this one here, say that again.
I was saying, what's your upper line about? You upper telling some story about?
No, I'm talking about Lamar Jackson. I think that if we really want to put the black quarterback shit to bed, he's got to win that Super Bowl. Because in the modern era, there's no black quarterback that has more hate than Lamar Jackson among the pundits in the ESPN and everywhere else.
Why do you think that, though?
Because, first of all, Bill Polian started all this shit during the draft when he tried to force him to change positions. I mean, that's all he talked about during the whole draft. I think he even hurted his draft position where he didn't become picked until the last person in the first round. And it's just nonstop, right? Oh, he could win a regular season game, but he can't win in the playoffs. Oh, he's not a pure passer, but every time I see him throwing the ball, I don't see nothing wrong with his arm strength or where he could place it. I mean, I think the pressure on him is uncanny. I mean, of course, we had other black quarterbacks, but I think he's the linchpin to putting all that shit to bed, right? Because if it wasn't, Doug Williams would have put it to bed. But we're still talking about black quarterbacks, even though 4 of them out of the 8 were black in the playoffs this year. You know, so he's got to win the Super Bowl. I don't care what, not only for his own validation. What I'm saying is he needs to win the Super Bowl so we can finally put all of this shit to bed.
Yeah, but I don't think it's something to put to bed though, Payne.
What do you mean by that?
Because we have multiple black quarterbacks winning Super Bowls.
I agree with you. I do agree with you. But let me see if I can articulate this. Even though that's true and we've seen that, then why do so many people actually hate Lamar Jackson?
Well, I think some of that shit he brings on himself.
How?
So, the thing with the NFL, if you go against the norm,
okay,
you're gonna have an issue. So one of the things he did, remember, he didn't have an agent, right?
Okay.
That's one of the things. His mother was his agent, and he missed out on a lot of opportunities to advertise himself in a good, positive light. I don't know if you noticed, there's only one national commercial he was in, and the only reason why he was in that because he won the Heisman. If he won the Heisman, he would have never been in that Nissan truck commercial.
Well, how is that his mother's fault?
Well, it's his fault because she's not the traditional agent, and she's not trying to put him out there to get deals to sign up for commercials. That's part of your job as an agent, is to get you out there in the spotlight in the pot. Don't just sign me up for a bunch of local Maryland commercials or just Baltimore commercials. You know what I'm saying? I want the national commercials.
All right, okay. Listen, I hear what you're saying, but I don't. Well, how does that make Bill Polian be such a prick when it comes to?
No, he's an asshole for that. He's an asshole for that.
Yeah. So but you know what? I don't disagree with you because I didn't look at it that level. But okay, so what? He broke the mold with his mom. You know, I did some backtracking on that because a lot of times they talk about the mother, and everybody thinks his father was a deadbeat. He actually died when he was 8 years old, and he was in his life.
Let me help you out.
Yeah.
Lamar played here in Louisville, the city where I'm from.
Okay,
that's where he played football at.
I do know that. I do know
that. His sophomore year in college. So he had a lot of upside to him. Now that Bill Polian thing, that made no sense to me. It's only a matter of the right team taking a chance on him. I knew his game would translate to the NFL because he has a speed, he had athleticism. And he could throw the ball good enough to maintain NFL. Look, he's better than over 28 NFL quarterbacks in the league right now.
I would agree with you.
So that thing about Bill Polian, I don't know why he said that. I don't know what bug he had up his ass or what vendetta he had against him. I don't know. Maybe he didn't go to his alma mater. I don't know what it was. But that never should have been said, and he's proved that all wrong. You don't look, once he won that MVP, he proved Bill Polian wrong. And anybody who questioned him, he proved wrong the first time he won MVP. Now, if he messed around winning back to another MVP, what can he say?
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this, and so we can move on. 2 things. One, do you think he has to win the Super Bowl for his own personal validation more than anybody else?
Yes. Well, I don't know about more than anybody else. I think it's between him,
Josh Allen,
and Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I think those
Jalen Hurts is in a far third, though, as opposed to those 2 guys.
Well, I don't know.
I would have put Dak Prescott, Dak in front of Jalen Hurts.
Why? Because I don't even think he's that. I don't think Dak's that good.
No, in terms of expectation or winning, because right now, man, he's on the outside.
I give you that. Maybe locally in the state of Texas, probably so. Okay. I don't think nationally they really care about. You know, okay. I really don't, because they know the Cowboys gonna find some way to ruin it as long as Jerry Jones is the owner. I think that's what it. But I think those 3 we named, Josh Allen, I think Lamar, and I think Jalen Hurts are right now the probably. And now look, a close 4th will be Joe Burrows.
Okay. And he's got to a Super Bowl already.
Well, I mean, so did Jalen Hurt, but they haven't won it. At the end of the day, you got to win it.
You got to win.
I mean, it's close. I mean, look, Lamar can't just get to the Super Bowl. He's got to win it. And right now, he's got a big bad bully in front of him. That Kansas City Chief, they haven't beat him in a regular season yet. So they got the work cut out.
I was going to ask you about that. In this game, there's some people actually thinking that Baltimore is going to blow their asses out.
No.
Because let me tell you why I think that it's possible, even though they could still lose. Of course, with Mahomes, you could lose a game to them. It's because Kansas City's wins all year have been on the edge. Their wins, they could have lost so many more of those games. And the way the Ravens are playing right now, if they get a lead, I think Kansas City is going to be in big trouble.
Yeah, but the thing about it, we watching a New England 2.0.
Okay.
The reason why I say that, this man has no name receivers, and he found a way to win a Super Bowl last year, Payne.
He's been. This is 6 straight AFC Championship game.
And that guy's a winner. That's why I call him the big bad bully. You got to go to Kansas City in order to get there, man. And I don't think Lamar's got enough. I don't think he has it. To me, he don't have enough playoff experience because he's 2-3 right now in the playoff.
Well, which is not bad, right? I mean, I don't think that's bad.
It's a losing record, Payne. We can't.
No. It's a losing record, but that's just indicative of how many times he was in the playoffs as well.
But okay, well then we got to give credit to Josh Allen too, then, because I mean he has a 500 record.
He's 5-5.
Yeah, he has a 500 record. Yeah,
well, let me also get 2 of the teams that beat him. One won the championship, which was Kansas City, and the other one got there.
Yeah.
So he, he's had good. I mean, I like Josh Allen. I think he's all right. Somebody asked me.
I do too.
I think he's a pretty good quarterback. All right, so listen. I was going to move on from these guys because we got that game coming up, and then I was going to hit C.J. Stroud. And
Payne, I got to great go. My show starts at 7, so I got to go. I just wanted to make sure I come over and support you, brother.
Yeah, man. What's your today is a sports show or something else?
No. My sports show's on Monday. You're more than welcome to come over and hang out with me with your crazy ass. You talk about you like sports, but you ain't never hang out with me on a Monday.
I've been on your show. I've been on your health show though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's the Wednesday shows.
So that's today.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So I'll pop over there. I know BMU has a sports show at 7:30 Eastern. So. Yeah.
Well, it's like 8 something my time, but yeah, I know.
Listen, Hank, man, I appreciate you dropping in, man. You know that.
Much love to my OGs out there, brother. I gotta come support you.
I appreciate that. Spread the word. Tell them I got a sports show. I'm the new.
Oh shit! And I'm like, I was like, he got sports in his name, but I ain't never heard him talk about sports.
I know a little bit about it. Yeah, this is this is my thing. All right.
Well, yeah. I definitely continue to come over and chop it up with you. Especially if you go at this time, I could come over for a little bit before I go.
This is my time. Yeah, I try to keep it under an hour, but sometimes I'll go over that. But anyway, that's cool.
And well, look, when you get more subscribers, you'll have to go a little long because you got more people to talk to.
Exactly. All
that's right. Keep working, baby. I'll talk to you.
Thank you. All right. Later.
Bye.
All right, Dre. Me and you. So C.J. Stroud. His father's doing 38 years.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. 38 years, man. For him, look at him, carjacking, kidnapping, sexual battery. His mother, I think they might have been married too. I'm not sure.
Wow.
So he's not just like a typical baby mama, So she's carrying her load. She's done everything for him. Right. But his pops, man. This goes, and his mother's pretty as hell, of course. You know that, right? And I'm saying,
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I said I never saw a picture of him. You go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, man, how she end up with some pookie like this shit? Just like the women, they don't know how to pick guys at all. I mean, you end up with a dude, he's doing, what's he doing out there carjacking? This is crazy. So he's got a big story now. He's very religious and he prays and all that kind of stuff in front of. He's the new Tim Tebow that they're starting to call him. But he's pretty good. I didn't want to stick on this, but a lot of people didn't know, man. This Pops is doing a 38-year bid.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know that myself. Yeah.
Exactly. So there, give it to your boy, man. I'm trying to put something up here that people might not know. All right. Okay. Coaching vacancy still kind of the same, but one guy we knew about the Patriots, and we know the Tennessee is going to hire this guy, Brian Colohan. Now, your boy Adam Schefter got in trouble for saying that one of these, I forgot which team, they interviewed a black quarterback, and he couldn't wait to say, yeah, they satisfied the Rooney Rule by interviewing the blackie. They got the blackie, so now they don't have to worry about it. They didn't give him the job, but Schefter got so much trouble. He got in so much trouble by emphasizing the fact that they're Rooney Rule compliant, so they can go hire anybody they want. Just get the blackie out of the way, So I hope he understands what he did wrong.
No, he don't care. Look, man, in my opinion, all he cares about is being first. Because even I heard when Jason Kelsey retired from the Eagles, I think he announced it to his teammates, and then I guess somebody must have told Schefter, and he announced it. And I heard that Jason Kelsey was a little, not happy with that because he wanted to. No, he said, I talk about teammates first, but that was between us. That was between me and them. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for the whole world. I mean, it's not a big deal, but Schefter just wants to be first, man.
Well, you know what? I grant you that. That's probably true. You don't give a shit. I gotta be first.
Yeah. So, I mean, and breaking news about the guy retiring is not a big deal, but I mean, he could have held off on it, But he was like, no, I won't be number one. So,
hell with it. I'm telling you. You told me it was. You didn't ask me off. You didn't tell me it was off the record. So I'm going
exactly. Yeah. So probably one of Kelsey's teammates probably told Schefter, and Schefter was like ran with it. And but anyway, So.
Well, there you go, man. That's cool. Anyway, so this divisional round, we know what happened. It was only like these games were a little bit better, except for the first one.
Yeah.
In the second half, the Ravens just ran away. Maybe it's wishful thinking on my part about the Ravens versus the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Maybe it's wishful thinking because I need to listen. I gotta see the Ravens in the Super Bowl because that would make it interesting. I don't care who they play. Right. Not that they will just run over them. It's just that somehow Lamar just has to get there. He just has to get there. That'll make my year. But he's got to win, I like Mahomes too, so I'm not gonna lose any sleep over these guys. But he just got to get there. All right, so this is my thing there. Of course, I had the Bills beating the Chiefs, but somehow I thought Trey Furr got the Ravens. I mean, Trey, if you want to, man, you could come on up. You know that. You see the link there. It should still be there. I was more afraid of the Bills with the Ravens than I was with the Chiefs and the Ravens. I don't know why. That's why maybe that's the same thing that has me thinking that this might not even be a close game. Not the way people think it's going to be. But, again, I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't know whether it's my wishful thinking, coming in. So what do you, and I think the Lions are going to be formidable, but somehow I believe the 49ers are going to pull it out. We're going to see a rematch. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the like you said, the Ravens should win, but I would be surprised if the Chiefs somehow find a way to pull it out, I'm
gonna be devastated.
49ers and the Lions. That one's a toss up for me.
Let me tell you, if the Chiefs win, I want the Lions to win, so I could be completely wrong. I mean, win the NFC, so we can see.
It'd be nice to see the Lions go get there for the first time, right? I mean, it'd be the first time getting there, right? I believe, right?
That was you know what, you just remind me of the chart that I didn't put in here. All the teams that didn't win, that hasn't won a championship yet.
Yeah, so I think the Lions. So this be the Ravens won before, the Chiefs won. So yeah, this will be the Lions' first time making it to the big game, man. They can do it, man. So that'd be nice to see.
There's a lot of people who want to see that.
Yeah, so that'd be nice to see.
Who you got, man? So who you got? Let's make a choice. Who you got?
Oh,
I'll
go with the Lions and the Ravens. So but just to pick it, just to have a pick.
No, that's no problem. I mean, it's like I said, it's not the end of the world. I got the Ravens and the 49ers on a repeat.
Yeah.
All right, Australia. So we coming to the end of this thing anyway. Australian Open. I've been watching the game. I've been watching the matches, and it's funny, man. I hate to say this, but I like the women's tennis better than the men's tennis because I don't have 5 hours to sit here and watch these guys grunt and hit the ball back and forth to each other.
Right.
But I think that, hey, Ferg, what's going on, man? Let me just bring my man up. Hey, man, what's going on, man?
What's up, our fan? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
Yeah, I was just looking at your little chart, man. I said, you like me, I'm a Lamar fan. Like you said, he has to make it. He don't have to make it to the Super Bowl, but it would be nice if he made it, won it, shut everybody up. No more Lamar. Is he one of their best quarterbacks?
A little bit, just so we can go over it. Because I only have a couple more charts left, man. But listen, okay, so who do you got in the AFC and NFC?
I'm gonna go with the Ravens in the AFC. NFC, I'm gonna take the Lions over the 49ers because I think the Lions seem to be clicking. Both teams are clicking, but I think the Lions are just a little bit more motivated this year to overcome whatever they got going on.
I think they're the country favorite. I think they're the country favorite, that's for sure. I think more people want to see them in there, beside the people who live in the San Francisco area. So yeah, it'd be nice, man. I think if the Ravens get through the Chiefs, I think the Super Bowl is going to be theirs to lose. So
I got you.
That's who I got. Those two guys. And so we already said this. Now, I don't know if you watched the Australian Open. I'm getting close to the end. I got one more chart after this one, and that one is a doozy, by the way. So stay tuned. I watched the female tennis, but the sisters are still there. I'm a big Coco Gauff fan because I like her personality. I like her. She's young and she's good, but she's got a big opponent coming up that she beat in the U.S. Open. But this girl she's playing is the defending champion of the Australian Open. So she's trying to hold her crown. So that's going to be a good match. So I'm trying to contemplate whether I want to get up at 3:30 in the morning and watch it. It's at 3:30. Do I want to watch it live or not? So that's in my head. But I might be able to watch it on my phone while I lay down in the bed. Who knows? And of course, Djokovic, I can't see any of these guys beating him, man. He's just one of those kind of guys, man. But you know what? He could be beaten. Did you watch the U.S. Open at all, Trey?
Yeah, I watched
it. No, I haven't watched it. Well, I watched any of this year, man. I just catch the highlights on ESPN. That's about it, man. So
I shouldn't have said U.S. Open, but Australian Open. Do you watch tennis at all? That should have been a question.
Yeah, I mean, occasionally I watch it. I guess I watched it more back when Serena was there, but I haven't watched it lately.
Okay, so I'm gonna end this for you. I got something else for you guys to look at. So I saw an interview. UFC. I don't watch UFC, but they got this new guy, Sean Strickland, right? And he had a little press conference in Canada, and we all know Canada is a socialist country, and they're woke. And then all this crazy shit up there with Trudeau, who I thought was going to be progressive, but he's actually a dictator tyrant. If you don't say what he likes you to say, he freezes your bank accounts, stuff like that. So anyway, this got some disclaimer to anybody out there. Cover your ears. There's some bad words in here and all that kind of stuff. Let's see, my thing is not working. Let me get it over here. All right, so let me stop sharing for a second. Bear with me, and I'm gonna put this up there. So I want y'all to see this. Man, what's wrong with my goddamn? Cursor is not working. All right. Sean. All right. All right. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, man.
I don't know how to phrase that.
You got like, yeah.
Well, I did want to ask.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
Let's start this at the beginning.
It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to phrase that.
You got like, yeah.
Well, I did want to ask.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
I'm not going to say.
And let me tell you something right now. If a man says he's not going to say, like, if you ask him, did you vote for Biden? He's like, well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for fucking Biden.
Sean,
Sean,
I'm glad you've had great experiences.
So this is what I'm talking about, you guys. The enemy of Canada.
Sure.
All right.
That's what it's got to be. It's got to be. We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said, if I had a gay son, I would think I'd.
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
Become a champion, become a star.
Let me ask you something. Are you gay?
Have you had the chance to interact with a more diverse?
Are you? Let me know. Are you gay?
Can I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son, then he was like, you had a son, he was gay. You'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau, like, when he sees the bank accounts, like, you're just fucking pathetic. And the fact that you have no fucking backbone, and has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that, go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on, man.
That doesn't really answer the question. I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight, they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what, and will know what they stand for. Are you?
This guy's like, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you. And the best thing.
Okay, stop it there. That's my man. I swear. Listen, not too many men speak the way they should speak because they're worried about being canceled. And he don't have no problem telling this guy, go F yourself. So Dre, you have any opinion of my man? I got a response.
No. Well, yeah, no. I got to bounce, man. I got to but I'll try to check back in next week though.
All right, man. Take it easy, brother.
Yeah, man. So yeah, thanks. All right,
you worried about being canceled himself?
No. no. I got something else got to do, man. Sorry.
I'll talk to you later, man. I'll take it easy.
All right, man. All right.
This is Dana's response.
They are up there with the UFC microphone and you are getting into territory of home. Dana, I just want to go back. You were talking about, like, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, what they can say when they are up there with the UFC microphone and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there?
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying
a leash.
I'm like
free speech. I control what people say. Going to tell people what to believe. Going to tell people. I don't fucking tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on, though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want. And I don't think there's any. We had two gay women who fought in the co-main event. They sat on the stage with Sean.
All right. So listen. So you know what? I mean, he's correct. You know, he's absolutely correct, man. It's free speech, man. Trey, you still there? Yeah.
Yeah, brother, I'm still here, man.
Yeah, so he's absolutely correct, man. So, you know, people, I mean, Dana White, why does it take the UFC to find two men that ain't afraid of being canceled? You know, that is wild, man. But anyway, I don't know if you heard them speak, man. I see you was doing something,
Yeah.
man.
No, I was listening. You know, I have my headphones. I was listening. Plus, I got a little speaker. I can always hear. Just it's amazing.
But in general, you don't have to make any. In general, is it refreshing or not to hear men speak what their minds are?
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say. You know, it's funny how in these spaces here, we sort of try to tiptoe around certain language when we speak about other groups of citizens, whether it be the alphabet community, women, men, whatever. But when it's competition, those men speak who they are. They don't hold their tongue. You know, they even sometimes go to blows before the fight, you know. So I ain't gonna say if it's refreshing, but you know, it just goes to show who we are, you know, who we designed to be.
Man.
You know, I feel that. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you know, it just, you know, me and you are older. You're a little older than me. I learned from guys your age and a little younger, you know, and I learned how to be a man hanging around men at an early age, you know, and they watch what they said in some capacity, but pretty much if you were around it, then you were going to get it. But they also made me respect where I was, you know, and to see it now where these guys that are in the prime of their life struggle with communication and just articulating regardless of what it is, we can have difference of opinions, but that don't mean we have to argue about it because we both don't make no money off of it. You know, it's just our opinion. So just to see this in this capacity, I wish we can have opportunity where we can, you know, hash out our little grievances. You know, like, okay, we're going to do a cyber fight, bully, whatever it is, you know, we go get it to a ring, whatever it take, and just hash it out. And we can all make up tomorrow and have a beer. And, you know, it's just, I don't know, man. We just in a bad space right now.
Hey, listen, have you ever popped into This Can Be Risky's podcast?
Yeah, I'll be listening in on y'all. I'll be listening in. You know, he has some interesting topics.
Yeah, he has some interesting topics, and so he's kind of blowing up pretty nice. But anyway, Hey, listen, man, we're at the end of the show. I just wanted to hit, you know, a few things, and I guess we'll be going through the same format, man. Every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. You know, I just want to hit that last thing with Dana White's thing. You know, those are his words, not mine. But the fact is, it's just refreshing to see men stand up and not worrying about the commercialism and being canceled, you know, from anybody. Because you know why? Because they can't be canceled. They don't care. Sean is fighting. He don't care what they say. So, and he's not in Canada. In Canada, you know, Trudeau actually freezes people's bank accounts if they don't say what he wants them to say. Oh, you're on mute. Yeah, you're on mute.
If you say anything against the government, or if they assume that you said anything against the government, you may not even be able to, you know, maintain your living. You don't have to write a letter of apology.
But that is deep, man. You know, freezing somebody's bank account because you don't like what they say. Sheesh.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, man, that's the end of the show. I appreciate you coming up, man. You know where I'm at every week.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I caught you late.
I appreciate it, man. We'll see you on a rebound there, brother.
All right, Dan. See you later, okay?
Okay, man. I'll probably see you around, if not today or whatever, but on Friday for the barbershop talk, right?
Yeah, we ready. Hey, man, look, Wednesdays is wild. Fridays has nothing to do with JT later on tonight. If JT's on, man, it's always been wild.
So JT has his show tonight, right? That's right.
Man, I'm telling you, it's probably the wildest day of the week. I'm telling you.
You know what he's talking about tonight?
I don't know. I haven't checked it out. I think I hit the subscribe, but I didn't go back over and look. I've been running around all day. So
to his thing. I know he simulcasts on BMU, so that's still a show he's taking over for
Mandrell.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I might pop in there. I might see you later, then, man. All right, take it easy.
All right,
bro.
no problem, Martin.
All right, later.
See you, man.
Well, everybody, thank you for popping in. You know, so this is the end of this stream, and we'll be here next Wednesday at 6 o'clock Eastern. You know, Lord willing, of course. And we'll just give you the latest sports talk. And then by then, we're going to know who's going to the Super Bowl, which we're going to have to wait 2 weeks, which I can't stand, you know, to see who's going to actually play the game. But, you know, there'll be some build-up. You know, in the meantime, we'll have to fill the void with NBA talk and whatever else is going on around there. So I'm going to put this out there, and you can rewatch the live on replay. And stay tuned. On the Swivel at the Sportsbar. Over and out.